Okay, so everybody's talking about this whole TikTok thing,
Yeah.
right? A potential ban in the U.S. and then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
MrBeast saying, "Hey, I'll buy it."
It's crazy.
So we're gonna deep dive into this.
Yeah.
Data security, international relations, a lot of uncertainty.
Right.
You've seen the headlines, but we want to go deeper
Yeah.
and really figure out why this is happening and what it means for you as a user.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is just how big of a deal this is.
Right.
TikTok is not just another app.
Right.
This is a cultural phenomenon.
It is.
I mean, millions of users in the U.S.
Yeah.
So a ban would have like a ripple effect.
Yeah, for sure.
Across the entire digital landscape.
Totally. So let's unpack the situation a little bit.
Yeah.
The U.S. government is concerned about TikTok's data security.
Yeah.
Right? And potential influence from the Chinese government.
Right.
Now, this isn't just, some kind of vague paranoia, right? There's some pretty specific concerns.
Absolutely.
Tell me about those.
Well, so the new rules that the government set for TikTok are really focused on the type of data that it collects.
Oh, okay.
Things like, browsing history, location data, and even biometric information like facial scans.
Wow.
So the concern is that this data could be accessed by the Chinese government either directly or through ByteDance, which is TikTok's parent company.
Okay, so that's where it gets kind of sticky, right?
Yeah.
Because ByteDance hasn't fully complied with these new rules.
Right.
So now the U.S. is seriously considering a ban.
Yeah, and the U.S. government's argument is that this data collection poses a national security risk, right?
Right.
Essentially, they're worried that the Chinese government could use this data to spy on U.S. citizens, spread misinformation, or even influence elections.
Yeah, so this is TikTok drama to a whole new level now.
Yeah.
So where does MrBeast fit into all this?
Yeah.
I mean, his offer to buy TikTok seems like it came out of left field, right?
Yeah, it really did. I mean, his tweet saying he'd buy TikTok to prevent it from being banned,
Yeah.
I mean, that sparked a huge reaction online.
Totally.
Some people think it's a brilliant move. Others are skeptical about his ability to pull it off.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical too. I mean, even if he has the money, acquiring TikTok is a massive undertaking.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about navigating international regulations, potentially restructuring the company to address those data security concerns, and then convincing governments that TikTok under his leadership would be different.
Yeah, and it's not just about writing a check, right? It's
right.
about proving to the U.S. government that he can address their very real concerns about data security and potential foreign influence.
So, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument,
Right.
MrBeast manages to pull this off.
Yeah.
What happens then? Does TikTok just become like MrBeast talk?
It's tough to say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one possibility is that he implements changes that satisfy U.S. security concerns, maybe by storing U.S. user data on servers located within the country and limiting ByteDance's involvement.
Okay.
I mean, in that case, TikTok might continue to operate fairly similarly.
Yeah.
Though we might see some of his signature flair in the platform's features and initiatives.
Right, right. But even then, there's no guarantee that the U.S. government will be satisfied.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. Could we still see restrictions or even like a partial ban down the line?
I think it's definitely possible. I mean, the U.S. government's concerns about data security and Chinese tech influence, they run deep.
Yeah.
So it's possible that they'll continue to scrutinize TikTok even under new ownership.
Yeah, so basically for TikTok users and content creators, the future's still very much up in the air, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And this is a situation with huge implications.
Yeah, absolutely. And this whole thing really raises a bigger question about the evolving relationship between technology, governments, and individual users. I mean, we're seeing a clash between national interests and individual freedoms playing out in the digital realm.
Right.
And the outcome of all of this will shape the future of the internet.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to think about.
Right.
So for all you TikTok fans out there, what do you think?
Yeah.
Would you want MrBeast at the helm of your favorite app? That's a question worth pondering.
For sure.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Bye.